Hi there. Ho here. It is us. It is I. It is we. Blerd Roundtable Roundup. As you can see from the bottom,
Very cute.
your left, Amelia's not here. Amelia's out watering aloe plants. So it's just the two of us, and we can make it if we try. Right, Momo? Just the two of us?
Yes.
You and I?
Yes. I
Yes.
know we can make it through.
Yes. And so on the docket tonight, we have. I'm so excited actually for a lot of what we're going to talk about this week. And I think we should just jump right into it. Let's talk
Okay.
about numero uno. Montero dropped literally yesterday, 9/17, and the way, the way, the way, the way, the way
The way.
it might be album of the year. I think I have the confidence to say that.
I have to take your word for it because it's only been 24 hours and I haven't heard it yet.
I haven't heard any of them.
I heard Call Me by Your Name
Industry
and is
baby.
Industry Baby on it.
Yes.
I haven't heard any other songs because I've been sick. I was sick for
True.
yesterday and
True.
today I was fine, but I was too busy to listen.
That's fair. You need to take time.
Yeah.
You need to
Oh, for
because
sure.
the way. Okay, let me try to get words out because this is a talk show. I should be able to
Hmm.
talk. I feel like one of the aspects of this album is definitely you can tell he was a nerdy black kid when he grew up.
Yeah.
I
It's also visibly beautiful. Like visually, I love
Yes.
it.
And like also Lil Nas is a marketing genius because one of the things I found really interesting is that
Hmm.
he released we have a brand new music video which
Yeah.
is what I want. That's I want. Something want. The word want is in there. But also
The word want is in there.
every other song has a visual like CGI loop video in it,
Ooh.
like with him in it. So like there's one where like there's hellhounds and like, he's like fighting the devil.
Mhm.
There's like just like one where it's like you follow a horse that follows a butterfly that flies through a castle and it goes up and you see him as a king with a little staff, kind of like his Met Gala look. And so each song has their own visual, so you can listen to it. So the whole album's on YouTube. Like you can listen to the whole album and watch
Oh, with
videos.
music videos as well?
Yeah, so it's like even
Like
though
the
they're
whole album
audio,
has like each song has a music
yeah,
video?
each song has a video element. So it's not like his
Oh,
entire like, it's not like how his past ones have like a plot, but they each have
yeah.
like a looping video that you can watch with
Okay, okay,
it.
okay.
So like the one with Doja Cat, Swoop is like a CGI version of him,
Mm.
a CGI version of her, and they're just like in this like red room, red like
Ooh,
district
I
kind of
love
thing, and
that.
they're like scooping through. And I think it's really interesting that he did that because I think it also helps kind of show the analytics of what song is the most popular. And so that way you can make the music videos for the most popular ones, which I think is an interesting. I don't know if that's what he's aiming for, but that's what
Like if he does, that means you are psychic.
okay, listen, I would like to have hey Chaco, welcome
Hey, Kaka.
back. Hi Julie,
Oh,
welcome
Julie, hi.
back. We're talking about Montero. Ooh, 22. Good year. Good year. I passed 22 a while ago.
I passed 22 2 years ago.
Dang. Um, so that's really I would like to be psychic. It's like when I accidentally
Yeah.
fucking spoiled Loki for you that one episode when I just said something that I didn't realize was going to be a big moment the next episode. I
Yeah.
don't even remember what I
Like you
said.
literally said the massive plot twist
I
of the
did.
next episode.
I was just like that makes sense. I don't know. My bad. My bad. And if that's what Lil Nas is doing with this one, and I predicted again, my bad. It's okay to not be a big fan
It's
of Lil
okay.
Nas X because he is an experimental musician like Lizzo
Yeah.
and Lil Nas X, and I think Doja Cat too are probably the most like experimental pop, hip hop like artists that we have right now
Mhm.
in our like current generational age range. And I like that
Yeah.
because I think you can definitely tell like the the influences of being like, oh, these kids were fucking nerds.
Yeah.
Like these kids watched anime. Like Megan the Stallion, love that for her. Love that
Like,
for her. Oh, thank you, my cat Fonz. She's a
I I find Doja Cat to be such an interesting person. Like I
yeah.
haven't seen someone so unapologetically themselves in a long time. So
True.
it's just like so interesting to just see her do whatever she wants, like dress
Yeah.
however she wants, like be however weird she wants to be, just completely
Mm-hmm.
in the public eye. And it's like she does not give a fuck. I love
Yeah.
that.
For better or for worse, because I do remember how Doja publicly kind of had to reconcile her little mini anti-black phase, which I think a lot of kids who grow up in
Yeah.
PWIs go through. But it was just like one of those things where I was like, girl, you were in the sunken place.
Like I also remember that time. It was like a week that people were actually mad at Little Nas X for like
Uh,
completely ignoring COVID rules, and then I guess he dropped Montero,
yeah.
and everyone decided to ignore that ever happened.
Honestly, the fact that you said Doja has a white mom says so much. That you're like that makes sense.
That makes sense. That
Yeah.
adds up. That adds up.
Also, on the topic of Nicki Minaj, because we're just going through music news.
Someone needs to take her phone away. I just think someone needs to do her the favor of just like saying, put the phone down. Put the phone down, Nikki. I almost said Nicholas. That's not her name. That's
Nicolaj
not her
Minaj.
name. What's the female version of Nicholas? Nicole?
That's
That's not even her name, is
it's
it?
not.
It's not.
I think yeah. I don't know her full name. I know it's not Nicole. I can say
I think
it.
it's Anika.
Yes, I think it's that.
Anika. Anika.
Well,
Someone just needs to put her phone down. Just
it's
put the phone down.
Onika. It's Onika. Thank you.
Onika, thank you.
Also, hey Charlotte.
Hey,
Um,
Charlotte.
the way the it's just it's okay. So Nicki Minaj is one of those artists where I am no longer actively seeking out her music because she just be doing too much.
She just be doing too much.
She just be doing too much, and it's one of those things where there are so many artists where like I understand you're human and like you should allow room for growth, but then there's like a line where I'm like, no, I can't do this. This has ruined your music. And this was Nicki Minaj.
This was your last straw.
It wasn't my last straw. It just confirmed that my last straw was a good straw to pick because her husband is a bad man. Is a very bad man. Her brother is also a garbage fire of a human being. And the fact, and I was like, for some reason, the fact that she is married to trash, her brother is trash, and her cousin's
Something
friend
is adding up.
who
Something is
got an
adding up.
STD and lied about it by blaming it on the fucking vaccine.
Oh
And she
no.
believes this cheating ass man who's not even related to is her cousin's friend in a different country. It's not like they're just seeing him on the street. And now she's defending Tucker Carlson to fucking aside. Like there were so many levels in which I was like,
There are so many things that should have told her to stop. Like so many things. There are so many levels that should have like set off some alarm bell in her head that should have just activated the brakes on the situation.
just and also the
But for
thing
whatever
is,
reason, she just decided, got to see it through, my boy, and then is just what shitting on her whole career, just throwing it down the toilet.
it's it I what in the fuck, dude. And it's one of those times where like when people are like, I'm gonna do my own research, I'm like, what are you
What is there
how
to research? What is there to research? The
also
facts are there. Everything is there.
also you're not reading scientific journals. I know because they are inaccessible to the common man. All right, Nikki, I love you, but whoever wrote Stupid Hoe does not have the vocabulary to read a actual scientific article where they talk about glandular nerves and like the cox, you know what I mean? Like the words are too big. They're inaccessible. I have friends who
It's
are currently in the field and they once sent me a line, just a sentence of what they had to read, and I was like, I'm stupid. That's fine.
this is like completely
That's
off
fine.
topic, but it's exactly like how people were trying to say that shifting was real, and
No.
by like the CIA documents that were released, and I'm just like, y'all have a sixth grade reading level. I know this because most college textbooks are written at a sixth grade reading level. There is no fucking way you understood the CIA documents.
It's
There's
just
no way.
it's
There's no
and
way.
that's fine because we
And
have
that's
people
okay.
who study for years to be able to write and read these things, and I want to let them tell me what they mean.
Yeah.
I want to trust them. Chaka, Julie, you can. Well, you can't, but
You can't, but you can imagine you have.
yeah, you can sure as hell try, and I will support
Yeah.
your want to try. But back to Montero. So visually, this album is stunning. The way his like this is such an important piece of media too. I think it's
Mhm.
I find it so fascinating in the way that people really thought he was going to be a one-hit wonder, and he was just like, bet
No, he's writing this out for sure.
he is going to be, for even if he never makes another piece of music starting tomorrow, he's going to be one of the cultural cornerstones of like the late 2010s, early 2020s. Like
Yeah.
this is his era. That is, and I love that for him because him writing that, what was it, like 16 weeks at number one and being like, hey, I'm gay during Pride Month, icon shit. This album, that's what I want is it has a Brokeback Mountain homage in it. You can see in one of the
Mm.
visuals. It was really good. I will say it did call me single very outwardly,
Dick
and
amazing.
it was very derogatory. So that hurt a little bit. That hurt a lot. But this album, definitely top 10 of the year. Top 2, top 1. It's my favorite.
All right.
You know
Okay,
what?
what's next on the docket?
So, speaking of Lil Nas X,
Mm.
his Met Gala looks. The Met Gala this year. First of all, nobody was on theme.
You know what? What I do have to say is that it is infinitely better than the last Met Gala, which was a dumpster fire on
Was it
fire.
camp? Was
Not
it
an
camp?
on fire dumpster fire. It was a dumpster fire on fire on fire.
Yes. Just ripping holes in the ozone layer.
Ripping holes. This one was an improvement. Was it on theme? Doesn't even matter. It was just better. It was just better.
The Met Gala,
The Met Gala is a waste of money.
it's just one of those things where, like, I have such a complicated relationships with museums. Is it because I have a master's in museum and gallery studies? Probably. And I'm just like, you could do so much good, and you guys are doing so much trash. But I do want to like say there are some people who really went in depth with the theme this
Mhm.
year, which was it was American fashion. So
It was.
yeah, so basically with the Met, they're raising money for very it's basically the costume division. It's not even for the whole Met, it's just for one particular section of the Met. And so they base it off of like their collection. And let's just say black women came out, people came out. Like some so first off, I didn't realize this. Sha'Carri Richardson was at the Met, which I was like, oh, good for her.
Good for her, but $30,000 to just walk up and down a flight of stairs?
I think it's more than that. But the thing is that so Sha'Carri Richardson is actually she was part of Lewis Hamilton's group. So Lewis Hamilton took this opportunity of this very white institution, this very like classist, elitist thing, to show off different black designers. So Sha'Carri Richardson was part of his table, and she was repping Jamaican-born Theophilio designer and 2021 CFDA / Vogue Fashion Fun winner Edvin Thompson. So she was wearing a Jamaican designer, and her theme that she was doing Phoenix. So she was talking about like black excellence and black rebirth of being like, no matter what happens, we're going to
Why
rise.
did I think you meant Arizona? I was
Why
just like,
the fuck did you
okay.
think I meant Phoenix, Arizona?
She could be from Arizona.
How many black people
You
know in
said
Phoenix,
Phoenix, and
Arizona?
I'm just like, okay, America, Phoenix, probably. She's possibly from Arizona. She's possibly repping Phoenix,
Momo.
Arizona.
Momo, I love you. I love you. Of all the times for you to pull out geography, your weakest link.
Okay, I'm just saying, if this was going to scream Phoenix, I thought the whole dress was going to be red.
No, it's ashes and then the red.
Okay. I
Yeah.
would have liked to see a little bit more red in this look.
And
I'm
there's
just saying.
like a little bit of like a feather detail maybe. I
A
don't.
little bit, but I think I think it's leather from the skirt is supposed to
Yeah.
like replicate feathers. I would have
Mm.
liked to see a little bit more dedication to that, but still a really great dress.
I like how you're like, now that I know what it's based on, a phoenix. Mm. I don't have SZA and Kalani queued up, unfortunately. SZA did look hot as shit. When I saw them together walking towards the after party, I was like, "Yep, I am queer and I am jealous, and that's fine."
They're so beautiful.
They are
They're
just
so beautiful.
it's just sometimes you see people and they're like those motherfuckers are visually stunning.
If they're dating, that's just it's poetry is what
Truly.
it is.
Like sometimes you just. So the next so of the other designers like that
Mhm.
came with Lewis was Kenneth Nicholson and Jason Rambert.
Mhm.
It was pretty great. And then Jeremy Pope is another look that I thought was I would never be able to wear it because the emotional toll would be too much. So he's the bottom left one. He's in all white.
Okay.
And so he was doing it based off America's history on slavery. So it's
Oh
slave
God.
fashion. So he's in all white. It's cotton. Shoulders exposed to show like like the fact that they strip them of everything.
Mhm.
Slaves get their backs whipped, all that. And his shoes, I wish I could put up a picture of his shoes. His shoes are actually designed so in the center they're indented to model hooves because slaves were treated like cattle. And then he's wearing a bag to hold the cotton. So it's a very intense piece, and there are photos of him standing
Mhm.
in front of pictures of slaves picking cottons in the field in that outfit. And it's so wild because we talk about men at the Met Gala and how they give us literally nothing.
Mhm.
How Ben Affleck next to J Lo, who was looking all types of fine in that Desperado old Monte Carlo outfit, and just a suit, didn't even wear a motherfucking hat. Nothing. Starvation.
Men don't try.
And then Jeremy Pope came out like no one's motherfucking business.
You know what I also didn't like? I didn't like how people were like, "Oh, Elliot Page isn't dressed up, but it's fine because he's trans." And I'm just like, he could have given us something.
He did give us something, but it was too subtle for
It
most
was just an
people.
oversized suit.
Well, no. So the green flower he was wearing was actually a representation of Oscar Wilde and what Oscar Wilde did for the gay community. And as some of you may know, Oscar Wilde, great writer, died because he was gay, and they just put him in a little work camp, little prison work camp, to just die and be gay.
I still don't like the look. I think
You don't have to like the look, but you have to give Elliot Page.
I do have to give the homage like it's flowers. But I
And it's a
do
specific
think
fire for Oscar Wilde too.
like
So.
the one flower
Yeah.
for the one flower.
Yeah.
But you could have given us some more
Yeah.
dedication to the look.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. He does look good though. And I'm like, good for you, Elliot, because you know what? If anything, he was like, I am a man, so I will dress like a man. Just like a Met Gala man.
Really
like,
dedicated to the patriarchy.
Good for him. And then of course, I think it's Kwana.
Yes, Kwana.
Yes, Kwana.
I want to say chasing horse.
Chasing horse, yes.
Yes.
A goddess.
Absolutely
among
gorgeous
mortals.
look.
Oh my god. And what especially when it was American fashion, and she was like, "You mean us, indigenous women?" Like,
Gorgeous.
good for you, Julie, to have a friend that looks like SZA. That's a good thing. But like, also the turquoise, the gold. I was just like, can I
The
get?
turquoise and the gold. I was in love. I was in love. I
It was
am
so
in love.
good.
I'm currently in love with this woman.
Is this your first wife? Is it
No, my second wife.
who's your first wife?
That is that is confidential.
Oh my god. You heard it here, folks. There's a
Yeah,
secret first wife.
my secret first wife. That is confidential. But Quana Chasing Horse is my second wife.
That is so fair. That is a good that's a good one to have. Now, so that when it comes to Met Gala, so many people did nothing. So they did less than nothing. But the people who did something, apparently Shikari could have done, well, not even Shikari. Shikari and Edvin could have done better with the Phoenix theme, according to Momo.
I just think I would have liked to see more red. That's really my only take. I would just like to see more red in the dress.
I I like the dress. I don't know if I agree or disagree with you. I think it's a good dress. I don't know if I would have liked more red. I like the red and the black and the purse. It's a nice purse.
I actually would like that purse. I would have nowhere to wear it to, but I would like it.
Yeah. The other thing
Yeah.
that I don't really like, and this is a very specific thing, a very personal thing, I don't really like the bare shoe with a bunch of strings look. They just look so flimsy. It looks like a lot of work for no payoff. And there's something about that that I just really can't get behind.
It's just the dedication to the look.
Yeah, and which is weird because I'm often dedicated to looks. Like, I wear harnesses, I'm a goth. I made my own glasses chain, not this chain that I'm wearing right now. I lost my other one. Just like how I lose my glasses in general. That's why I have two per. So I can always just be out in the ether.
I just
But
think for this look, I don't know if any other shoe would have worked. Like if it was a long boot, it would have been way too much for the skirt. If it was just the foot, just the shoe part, it would have been not enough. So I think this is a good balance.
Julie, that is a very nice compliment. We are
Thank you,
trying.
Julie.
But yeah, so when it comes to the Met Gala looks, these I just wanted to point out to being like working towards, doing their research, representation, and also sometimes this is actually something our friend Deja Talks TV brought up because I didn't want to put a picture of AOC because I don't really have a strong opinion on her look. Like, I don't think it was successful, especially knowing that there were actual protesters who were being treated shittily by the police that, like, at the Met. So it's just kind of like, doesn't land. But
It didn't land.
it didn't land. And like the way is of like kind of taking the negative connotation of performative like activism because there's like sometimes the performance generates the conversation. Like Jeremy's piece, like his clothing was
Is
very
the
is successful.
Yeah.
It's a statement. It's a part of a performance, drawing attention. The photo of him in front of the slaves is powerful
is
beyond
the
words.
statement.
It's
Like
the
Quana's
statement.
existence here is the statement because the
Yes.
way they even erased her from the conversation of the Met Gala and she was the theme.
Yeah.
She embodied the theme.
Yeah.
That her existence in that space is a statement.
Yeah. And I think especially because I, as a burlesque dancer, I have pieces that I have two numbers specifically that are very political. I have a police brutality number in which it's a reverse strip. So where I model myself back when kids were getting the cops called on them when they were going to pools. So I start off in pool attire, and then you hear I wrote the script and got it done and everything. Here, like cops interrogate me, so I then put clothes on to Childish Gambino's "This Is America," and then I get happy again and I dance, and then there are gunshots and police sirens, and then I die, and come back to life to Kendrick Lamar's All Right, where I strip down again to like melanated, educated thing. And that's a performance piece. It's performative. It's performative activism. But it's successful, and it's in areas in which this is time for it to be shown. Because the first time I performed that number was actually during a amateur competition. It was a newcomer show. I got second place.
Nice.
So like, yeah, but it was one of those times where it's jarring because you're like watching all these other numbers of people just being super sexy, da da da, and then I took the political aspect of burlesque and I did a whole number on it and I competed with it. But it was successful because it was the time, it was the place, it was the setting, and it was thoughtful and well executed. And I've done stuff in my personal life where people can trust what I'm doing, that I'm not just performance. And I think with AOC, especially with the Met, is that her track record, I don't think reflects her ability to wear dresses as tax the rich. And I think that's one of the reasons it kind of falters, because people are unemployed. We just lost unemployment. People were protesting and they were getting manhandled, and she's wearing this dress and you're just like, dude,
no. It's just a no.
It was just a no. Like, performative activism can be great. Performance can be great, but I think it just didn't land.
Yeah. And with that, next on our docket.
Next on the docket. Listen, I feel like Jeff Bezos would taste bad. Is that just me?
I do think that. I think, have you ever, obviously you've all seen Shrek. I think the rich would taste like the spider web chicken wing that they made. Or chicken leg.
Yeah!
That's exactly what I think a rich person would taste like. Just a spider web chicken wing.
I feel like it would be unseasoned, undercooked edamame.
Oh. Gross. Yeah. It's really gross.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Speaking of dressing up, here we go we're prepping up for Halloween here.
Yeah.
Build-A-Bear announced that they are doing a online exclusive of Beetlejuice through Build-A-Bear. So you can only get it online, only through Halloween. We have the Beetlejuice bear, we have Sally, we have Sally's not part of it.
Is it Oogie Boogie?
Yeah. Well, they're doing all the other things, but on top of that, they have their online exclusives for their Halloween collection. And on top of that, we also have the Among Us official collection. Like, Among Us has their costumes, and they're already sold out.
You know what I'm dreading with the Among Us costumes? All the YouTube vloggers are gonna do their manhunt Among Us vlogs, and we're gonna have to suffer through all of them.
Looking at them, first of all, Among Us had such a clutch. It was such a clutch during the pandemic.
Yeah, during the height of the pandemic, early pandemic days, everyone was playing.
Even I played. I think
I played.
We played together.
Oh, we did. I was not very good at the game. I was not very good at this one.
You were the imposter so many times, and you were caught every time.
I was not very good at it.
It was. Chat. Viewers, I do want to say there are a lot of games that Momo is good at. We just have not played them yet because
no, we haven't. The games I'm good at, we can't play online. I'm really good at Taboo. And code names.
We'll get there.
We not traditional versions though. I have never lost a game of Settlers of Catan. And I am also scary good at Mario Kart, and we can't play any of those.
Listen, one day, guys, subscribe to us, and maybe we'll get the money so that we can play games
play Mario Kart.
But I like these costumes a lot because they are much like how Among Us is part of the COVID zeitgeist. They are COVID safe. You're just and I like that. But I also find it very interesting on kind of just the not well Among Us is like right now, but like kind of like the nostalgia releases of games or like of merchandise because these movies came out when we were younger.
I've never seen uh Beetlejuice.
I haven't seen all of it. I've definitely seen parts of it, and then I was just
Yeah.
like, mm. But like among like I don't see a lot of new movie
Mhm.
merch that's not Disney in a way. Like
I don't think there's been like a new Disney Halloween movie since like Twitches 2.
Coco. Well, it's Day of the
Like I mean
Dead.
like DCOM.
Yeah. But it's just really interesting how I think a lot of things that are becoming like popular are like
Mhm.
nostalgia toys, which is like really interesting. I don't know.
It's because like even though we all say that we should have more new content, not
Mm,
like things that are just like reboots or remakes of things we already like, nostalgia is one hell of a drug
it is.
because I would buy just about anything. If they decided to come out with a rainbow monkey toy, the way they would take my money. They the Cartoon Network would just have my money
That's so
because
fair.
I am a I am a child. I am a child in a 24-year-old's body and I would
Yes.
so eat up a rainbow monkey. I would buy all of them in every color. That's
That's
all
so
they
fair.
got to do.
Even
Get
purple?
me a rainbow monkey. What?
Even purple?
Even purple. I
Wow.
mean, I would keep it in like a locked safe, but I would have the purple
That's
one,
the collector's edition you keep in the
the
box. You're like,
collector's edition.
whatever. That's so yeah. I listen. I love that shit. I have a Murkrow personally. I have a Chandelure. I'm getting a Toge and a Maki Bear like this week. Like it's here. It's in the United States. For those who don't know, Momo used to live in Japan,
I did.
and for a moment I thought Momo would be able to get me this bear. And much how often
Yeah.
Momo just leaves me behind, she left behind any possibility of getting me that bear, but I found a way.
Yeah. And it wasn't my conscious choice. It literally would come out the week after I left the country. So, oh,
Friendship
it was
once
not
again.
physically possible.
Once again, friendship with Momo canceled. No, but it's really cool. I'm really excited. I'm really excited for all the Halloween stuff that's coming out. It's
Mhm.
my favorite holiday. I think one of the best things about Halloween is its range. Like Halloween has the range. I think out of all all the holidays, all the major US celebrated holidays, I think has the most range.
Yeah. I think I still have my Halloween costume from college, and I might wear that for a Halloween
Mm-hmm.
stream.
Mm-hmm. Also,
Yeah.
I didn't watch Care Bears as a kid, and I didn't watch My Little Pony, so I have nothing to add about those merchandise. I'm so sorry. I was like, meh. But like, speaking of Halloween,
Yeah.
that is actually going to segue into our little game that I've set up.
Oh, okay.
Here we go. Look at us. We're doing a tier list
A
of
tier list?
a tier list of the Halloween candies, of the
Oh,
Halloween
yes.
vibes of the candies. So, Momo, I know you don't
Okay.
eat candy.
Oh,
So
for anyone in chat that does not know this, I do not like candy, so I'm going off of vibes for this.
mm-hmm. So we're going on like originality,
Hmm.
effort, kind of, like is it
Yes.
just packaging? Did they actually do something? And uh, yeah, vibes basically. So
Yes.
it's S being top tier, god tier, and then F being garbage. So we're just gonna go through the list. The way I'm excited about this,
Mhm.
it cannot be stated. Um,
The Reese's Bats.
the bats is the number one. First one we're going. I love
Okay.
them. Look at them.
I, since I don't eat them, I'm going to be very objective here and just say that they are literally giving you part of the cookie that you would usually get or
Okay.
the candy you would usually get.
Okay.
It's
So the
like
thing
they've
is,
stamped it in the middle and you're getting significantly less um chocolate than you would originally. So I want to give it like I like the design. I do
yes.
like it, so I'm going to give it a C.
You're putting it in C tier?
I'm putting it in C tier because I'm sure it tastes delicious, but they are ripping you off by giving you the bat shape.
You just came out fucking swinging.
I came out swinging. I am not attached to any of these.
Okay, the way I thought you would. I love Reese's to death. I didn't eat them for 10 years because as a kid, I ate too many Reese's in one sitting
Really?
and just turned myself off of it. Because it used to be my favorite candy. And I would eat it all the time. And one day as a kid, like, as true neurodivergent fashion, I ate one too many. My body literally said, you overdid it. We're shutting this down. You're never going to eat this again. And it took me years to want to eat this again. And now I'm back in it, baby. And I am pacing myself. So this is actually a hotly contested thing. I actually really like the Reese's shapes better because the edge chocolate is just a chunk of chocolate, right? And it's like harder than everything and whatever. But the shapes, it's all like it's consistent and it tastes better. I think the shapes are better than normal Reese's. I think Reese's Pieces shapes are ultimate Reese's to eat because then you get the little bit of crunch on the inside, so it's like more consistent throughout the experience. It's just better.
So what do you give it?
I'm putting the bats. Okay, so the thing about the bats is like the bat shape doesn't always get it. I do like the bats as a thing. I don't think we get enough bat motifs in candy. I'm gonna put it in A tier.
So that can round off to B.
I should have said S then. God damn. I fucked up. I'm so sorry. Bats, I'm so sorry. That feels so wrong.
I'm telling you, you're getting less candy and you're probably paying more for it.
You're not getting less candy. The shapes are bigger than the Reese's cup. You get the same, if not more, candy.
I don't know that to be true. What's the next one?
Oh man, I'm like personally hurt. Damn. Kit Kat pumpkin pie flavor.
Oh, it's flavored, not just colored orange.
Yes.
See, I like this. I like the flavor of pumpkin pie. It tastes good. Is there any actual pumpkin in it?
I think it's just flavoring. There's no actual pumpkin. I also don't like pumpkin pie, Julie. I'm a sweet potato pie person. I didn't eat pumpkin pie.
I like both pumpkin and sweet potato pie. They're both good.
I think it's just the texture of sweet potato hits better for me.
I find pumpkin soothing, so I do like this. I wish they would. It's not possible for them to do anything like pumpkin actually like shaped with it because of the actual shape of the bar. So I'm gonna give this. I want to give them like an A for this actually.
An A.
An A.
I mean,
or actually no, I take it back because it's probably not flavored with actual pumpkin. I'm gonna give it a B.
I would also probably put it on B tier because pumpkin, while it's in this season, I don't think of it as like Halloween. And I think because it's not jack-o'-lantern-y enough, I don't know.
Yeah, if there was more jack-o'-lantern stuff with it, it would probably be an A for me.
Yeah.
But no, it's a no for me right now, so I'm gonna give it a B.
But we're gonna keep with Kit Kats. And we're gonna go to the next one, which I think is the Witch's Brew. Oh, is it marshmallow? Oh, it's marshmallow filled.
It's marshmallow flavored?
It's marshmallow flavored cream in a green Kit Kat. I
don't know about this one. I don't know. This is giving me very much like E or D. Because I can't imagine it's gonna be pure marshmallow flavor without like the fake green artificial taste.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give it an E for me. It's an E for me. See, Julie, I'm glad I'm reading the vibes of it correctly because I can't imagine this tastes good.
It might be because I've given myself a little bit of loosey-goosey juice, so I might be feeling a little bit nicer than I should be. And the thing is, it's like, I know green is a Halloween color, and it's trying to do green. Actually, the green with the purple with the witch, like, it's giving me very much Wicked. It's giving me very much.
It's just like on theme, but it's just the packaging that's on theme.
Also, it's one of those things where, like, is marshmallow is that, why is marshmallow the Halloween flavor is it because it's fall and you're like, no, s'mores are summer?
I really don't know why they chose marshmallow.
It doesn't, like, what about the cauldron is it supposed to do? I'm gonna put it on E.
If we're being honest, it's not marshmallow flavored, it's green flavored. And I'm giving it an E.
That's fair.
What do you give it?
I put it on the E tier. I agree with
okay.
you. I'm not gonna fight you on this one. Next up we have Reese's Pumpkins. I love Reese's.
I do like that. I do like the pumpkin shape. Is it pumpkin flavored as well, or is it just like the pumpkin shape?
It's just the shape.
Okay. I'm giving it an A.
That's fair. I do like the pumpkins a little bit more than the bats because they also keep the pumpkin shape. It's easier for them to keep the pumpkin shape.
Yeah.
When they make it, because there's like less edges. It's like, I feel like we've all gotten like that Santa candy. Well, you don't like chocolate, but like that Santa like statue candy, and you open it up and it just kind of looks like a penis because the only thing that's left to be defined is the hat, and it's just like this long shaft that's supposed to be this man, but there's nothing there, and you're just like, this is a penis. This is a chocolate penis.
Yeah.
Like, as much like they can't account for
they can't keep the shape, but the pumpkin does keep the shape.
Yeah, it's already round. It's just like it's an oval instead of a round.
What is our next candy?
We have Sour Patch Zombie Kids.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. If someone opened a pack of these in a room, I would leave because I hate the smell that bad. It's gonna be an F for me.
Whoa!
I cannot stand the smell of this.
Damn. Listen, damn. I'm learning so much about you. I knew you didn't like candy, but damn.
Like, I know that this is a fan favorite. People love Sour Patch Kids. I cannot stand the smell of it.
I didn't eat Sour Patch Kids until I was an adult.
I just don't like the smell.
I have no nostalgia for this. We are grading Halloween candy. So, as a Halloween candy, the packaging, this one actually pisses me the fuck off a little bit. Because
also, I don't think that they actually changed anything about the candy.
Didn't.
I think they just changed the packaging and called it a day.
Yeah, they changed it. And then they also just give you the orange and the purple. And I fucking hate grape. I hate grape flavor. I hate grape flavor so much from the depths of my soul. Because what the fuck is that? That's not a grape, bitch. What the fuck is that? If I took a grape from the vine, from Dionysus's plate, off the Greek Olympus, and presented it to you, and then gave you a grape candy, you'd be like, what the fuck is this? Are you poisoning me? So
it's obviously not. It doesn't taste like grape. It tastes like if grape was explained to someone that had never had grape before.
Poorly. Poorly. The way grape candy tastes is the way medieval artists drew animals and babies.
That's so specific, but it's very accurate.
That's how I feel about grape candy. I could go on. And orange is it's I guess.
You're rating for the Sour Patch Zombie Kids?
Because it has my least favorite flavor, and it's so lazy. You just called it zombie. But they did keep with the color theme, but they have green Sour Patch Kids, so that pisses me the fuck off even more. You're telling me you took out the green one when you could have just had orange, purple, and green? Wait, okay. Actually,
Julie, you're really like swaying Hiho's answer. I think that they were going to give them a higher rating, but now it's definitely going to be lower.
The thing is, in comparison to the Witch's Brew, I think it's better, so I think it should go on D.
I said F and you say D, so it's an E
Going for
rating.
E. Okay, that's fair.
Okay.
That's fair. Next up, also the way I'm picking which one's next is really whatever my mouse clicks on. There's no rhyme or reason. It's all chaos. We have Peeps Ghosts.
You see, at least they tell you that it's not gonna look like an actual ghost on the package.
Well, that's what it looks like. Yeah, it just shows. Well,
they're just like, it's gonna look like this. So, like, when you open it, don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. I'm giving them an A for honesty. A for honesty. It's also gluten-free.
It is gluten-free.
So it's a lot more accessible of a candy.
It is. And, you know, Peeps.
I did eat Peeps growing up because it was just marshmallows.
I hate marshmallows.
I like them.
I hate marshmallows. This keeps balance because now I'm the unbiased one because I don't fucking like this. The more I look at it, the funnier it is. Because why are the dots so off center? Like they're so low.
They are not misleading you with what is inside the package. They're literally showing you. So you can't be like surprised when you open it and it's like it looks exactly like it did on the package because like it's letting you see what you're buying.
I'm really fucked up about why these dots are too low on the like it should just be like it's like someone just drew the pixels down on accident, like they moved the layer before they exported it. It's giving me very much ice cream truck SpongeBob popsicle.
It does. So what do you give it? What rating?
I'm gonna give it an A. The honesty about it.
The honesty is really selling me. You're telling me what I'm getting. Also, I like that.
And also, Peeps is the holiday candy. I mean, it's Easter. I like how it's Easter and Halloween. It's like biannual. I think that's nice.
I do think that if I gave out Peeps as a Halloween candy to the neighborhood kids, they would egg my house, though. They would. I do have to say that.
Except for the one kid with celiac disease.
Yeah, the one kid with celiac disease would be very grateful.
They will be standing in front of your house. Like I can see it now. It's like a Disney Channel like Halloween special. And like they're like, no, I have to stand up to the bullies because they gave me free candy and it gives them courage because they feel seen. Love that for them. Solid A candy. Solid A.
Solid A.
Next up. Oh, okay. Momo, I love you.
Yes.
I don't give a flying fuck what you say. This is going on S tier.
You know what? We agree here. I do think that it's selling me. I like it.
It's so good. Also, I never see skulls. Like,
I think the skull, if you open it and it doesn't look like a skull, I don't know what else to tell you. Like, you cannot actually think you're gonna get a skull-shaped and engraved candy in this economy. But at least the packaging is really nice.
Also,
I like how they didn't abandon their actual color scheme.
Yeah.
Just for the sake of Halloween. So I'm giving it an S.
Yes. Also, I realized that this straw that I got earlier today was a cellulose straw. So it's already biodegraded and I can no longer drink from it.
Oh.
It's just like when it cracks.
Good.
Yeah, good.
That it is cellulose straw, but sad you can't drink from it anymore.
Other thing. First of all, I'm gonna keep it real with you guys. I fucking hate Butterfingers. I don't like them. They're too dry. But that just shows how much I love what they've done here.
I used to work at Cold Stone, and I would hate when people would order Butterfinger in their ice cream because it would just crumble on impact.
It's so dry.
And when I'm chopping it with a spade, and it just makes a huge mess. But I do respect how they designed their Halloween candy.
And because Butterfingers are so sturdy in that way, I believe they might actually be one of the few candies that might actually be able to hold that shape.
Julie, can you verify this? Have you had a Butterfinger Cups skull, and does it actually look like it does in the packaging?
I feel like I believe in Butterfinger. I believe it's because I don't like them, and for the reasons why I don't like them are the reasons why I think they're going to be that stable. Now, Next up, once again,
Yeah.
Reese's Ghosts. White chocolate.
Let's see. I do like their honesty that this is just like the most like this is the suggestion of a ghost.
I love it so much. I love
It
this one
doesn't
so
look
much.
like a ghost a lot.
As someone
It
who's
looks like a blob.
it has the little arm bits. I love the ghost one. Okay, so my friend
I'm
got
just
me.
telling you, Hiho, if they were to take off the packaging,
Yeah.
like the color scheme and everything, and they just gave you the blob and asked you what this was,
Okay.
you'd be like, I don't know.
The reason why I will defend the Reese's Ghosts
Mhm.
and I would put it in S tier is because my friend got me the variety pack of all the Reese's Halloween shapes. And the ghosts, for some reason, those little arms are so defined. Like, I've just held their little arms. And also, it's the best use of white chocolate.
I'm hearing all this. It's really just giving me an A.
I think it's because it's a little bit better than pumpkins because it's using white chocolate responsibly. It has to go S.
Okay, then yes, fine. S.
Yeah. And also Reese's shapes, I do not know the history. But in my mind's eye, the way I believe things work, I think Reese's really did start the whole Halloween shaped candy. And I think for that reason alone,
I believe you.
Name.
I believe you.
I feel like that's correct. I feel like Reese's were the first ones to be like, here's a motherfucking shape, bitch.
I believe you.
Yeah. Thank you. Next up, Halloween staple. Love it or hate it. I love candy corn. Candy corn.
I have never had candy corn. I think because it is a Halloween staple, whether you love it or hate it, it's like an icon of Halloween.
It is.
I'm gonna say B.
B for the Halloween icon? Wow.
B. Because it doesn't taste good by a lot of people's standards. But it is iconic. So I'm not gonna give it an A.
It is divisive, but also it's so classically Halloween. I think B is too low for something that when you look at it, it's Halloween. For a Halloween candy.
I mean, you can go ahead and give it an S and bump it up to an A.
I would. I also like candy corn. I think the fact it's like one of the first Halloween candies that you're like, oh, it's Halloween season. Like, you know, when you're like you're in the grocery store and you see that motherfucker in the aisles, you're like, it's time. Mama, time to plan my costume. Mama, get the fairy wings out. Mama, it's Halloween. Pick an apple.
What is next?
M&M. Oh, I discovered this when I was looking for candies. I think this is new.
Is it they're just M&Ms?
M&Ms, cookies, and Scream.
I love this.
And
I love this.
You get black, orange,
black, white, and orange.
Yeah, black, white, and orange M&Ms, and they're cookies and Scream flavored. Cookie and cream flavor.
S.
The pun alone.
S. It sold me. It's sold me.
It's so good. I'm going to be looking for this. Apparently, I found this picture on the Party City Candy Section website, so it's out there.
It's given me. I need to hear no more. It's an S.
I also agree with you. Next up, candy corn pumpkins.
Excuse me?
It's candy corn, but it's pumpkins.
F. F. It's an F. It's an F. I mean, like, the only thing that put candy corn so high, the original candy corn so high, is that it was recognizable and distinguishable as a Halloween candy. I do like that this is obviously pumpkin shaped, but with all due respect, no one's gonna buy this shit.
It actually, okay. I will give
no one's gonna buy this.
I will give it its fair shake. Oh, that's so mean. I'll give it. I also dislike this one. It's really weird because I love candy corn. Something about the pumpkin. Maybe it's the way it's distributed. Maybe it's the shape. Maybe it's psychosomatic. I actually don't like it.
It just was really upsetting me that they tried to step out of their candy corn pigeonhole and like made this pumpkin flavored pumpkin shaped thing. Like, kindly just stick to the original candy corn and get this out of my face. No.
Damn. Okay. I think I'll like. I'm not gonna fight you because I want to keep the ability to like override something where I don't want to compromise, and I'm willing to like let you not compromise on this at all. You know what I mean? I just your passion was seen through and through.
Like, and honestly, I don't think anyone cares that it's made with real honey. I don't think anyone cares.
Vegans probably care. I don't know. Okay, here we go. Next up. Oh, this one's also interesting. This is kind of new. I think this is the second or third year it's coming up. Zombie Skittles.
F.
No, the thing is though, one of the flavors is ass. So it's like kind of like a game.
Okay, that's fun. Still an F.
Come on, Momo.
Like, that's fun, I guess, but
it's a game.
F.
Why are you giving it an F?
Because I'm not eating a candy. I'm not buying this. This does not have my consent to trick me. But it does not have my consent.
But it's like a Halloween game. It's like part of the people who like horror movies or like, it's like
no.
Like I think it's like I'm gonna.
Okay. I also hate the smell of Skittles, so I will not give it higher than an E.
Okay, I'm so glad that we consented literally one candy ago that I was like, I'm gonna let you have this because you feel so. I feel very passionately that this doesn't get an F tier. I think it deserves a D tier because it is lazy, but
this is just really just stealing the whole like jelly bean thing. And being like, now it's for Halloween. No. You totally just ripped off someone else's idea and made it a Halloween scheme.
But the thing is...
No.
I think they deserve a D too. Chaco agrees with me. Listen, for the concept of, the movie Saw, Halloween, some people like trickery. We have the trick in the treat. Trick or treat.
That is true. However, they just jacked someone else's idea. Listen, and they're just marketing it as their Halloween idea now.
I would say that, but Dum Dums, which are vegan and gluten-free, so one of the safest Halloween candies to buy to give out to children, and Airheads also consistently year after year have mystery flavors as well. So even though Harry Potter is probably the most popular version of that, they aren't the only ones who do it. So I'm not going to give that point to you. I think because trick or treat, because some people like danger, the same way, I think it deserves D tier. I think it's lazy in a lot of ways, but they tried something.
Okay. I mean, it's not like I can say anything. I would give it an E or an F.
Oh, no wonder I could never eat it. I was like, why does this make me so sick? I'm allergic to coconut. Next up, we have everyone's favorite little bear.
Wait, actually, that's like makes a really good point. I don't know if they should have a mystery flavor because, they could be like, surprise, you're actually severely allergic to this, and you wouldn't have eaten it if you knew what was in it.
Yeah, it's an interesting.
That's like actually really dangerous, and they should probably stop doing that.
Right. Especially because, Next up, we have Haribo's Switches Brew. I don't know why switches. Oh, sweet or sour. Okay. So back on the trick or treat theme, we got sweet or sour. Obviously, we can all agree that whenever they do that, that shit is the worst because they touch the cross-contamination. Unless it's like a Gusher style.
Also, Switches Brew sounds like it would be like a drink at like a swingers party.
I was gonna say a bar, but okay. Okay, we can go there. This is a rated mature stream, so we can go there. Have you been to a swingers party, Mama?
Absolutely not. That's classified information.
Oh, okay, okie dokie, artichoke.
I'm gonna give this a D.
I like the shapes. Also, gummies always have the best shape retention. Once again, the sweet or sour, I hate that mixture shit. I think it's cute. I don't think anyone's looking for it. I also don't think the texture is gonna be what I want. Also, Haribo is in one of those places. You said a D?
Yeah.
Haribo, I like how no one's gotten a C. No one's just been middle of the road.
I gave something a C, but you bumped it up.
Next up, we're in our final three, I think. The Peeps Ghost.
Is it red?
No.
Why would they put red on the packaging
because
then?
The Twix is red. And I think they probably did left versus right again. Which, fun fact, I don't know if you know this, the left Twix and the right Twix are actually different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like one has like more caramel or one more cookie? Which is it?
Yeah, I don't know which one's which. I just know that they're different. I'm like, I don't really care that much, but okay.
I don't like the use of the purple here.
I think that's the other color of the other ghost.
I don't think it needed purple because it doesn't usually have purple in their packaging.
Yeah. Also, you hate the color purple.
I also don't like purple, yeah. But I think I don't mind it if it's like a good use of it, like all the other candies. I don't like this; it just feels unnecessary. I'm giving it
Halloween color on because they had to keep the red apparently.
But I don't think they had to, because look at Butterfingers. They didn't add any Halloween colors. They kept their natural colors and they got it.
Because it's a yellowish orange. Because Butterfinger naturally has orange on it.
It's yellow.
It's like a orange yellow?
That's like marigold at best, which is still yellow.
Listen, for the purpose of this yellow-orange conversation, I'm colorblind. I can't I can't have this.
Anyway, I'm giving it a D.
A D? No, this is a C. I'll bump it up to C. This is middle of the road, I think. I think it's like unoffensive. You know, it's just there. I think this is like the one.
Okay, all right, I'll give it a C.
Yeah, it's like when you're at CVS and you're like walking through the aisle. You're like, okay.
It doesn't offend anyone. It's not good. It's not great packaging. It's not terrible.
Breath. You know how that little white flower in the bouquet?
Yeah.
And you're like, would you want this on its own? No. But does it help fill out the bouquet? Yeah.
It does. Okay, we'll give it a pass.
Yeah.
All right, next is
Trolley Sour Bright candy corn shaped. I'm assuming it's candy corn shaped. So it's a sour gummy that shaped itself like neon candy corn because they are bright colors as a gummy.
What I find really interesting is that they could have shaped it as anything, and they decided to shape it as the worst, arguably the worst Halloween candy.
Okay, first of all, I need you've never even eaten a motherfucking candy corn. I need you to put some respect.
You know that, you also know that candy corn is a highly contested.
Right, because you hate it or love it. So a lot of people love it.
You hate or love it.
Yeah.
If you could shape it into anything, because we both agree that gummies can really be shaped as anything. Yes. You chose for it to be shaped as candy corn out of all things.
Yes, but candy corn is one of the, as we've said before, one of the most iconic Halloween candy things.
But it doesn't really work because it just looks like a tooth.
Which also works for Halloween.
It does work for Halloween, but it's shaped like candy corn, not as vampire teeth. If they marketed it as vampire teeth, it's very different.
Now I want them to be vampire teeth.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think they missed the mark. They could have been like, oh, now vampire teeth, and all kids would like put them in as like their little fangs.
You're also
when
a
they
little
eat
bit
them, and that would have been a much better selling point.
at this moment, my love.
So I want to give them a D for missing the mark, because they could have had it be vampire teeth shaped.
I just want to say you're a little bit crackly, my love.
Oh, I am?
Yes.
Let me switch over to the audios, because that works sometimes.
Now I'm like really upset it's not vampire teeth. I wanted to love it. I wanted to love it. I don't.
But am I wrong? Would vampire teeth not be a better selling point than candy corn?
It would be a better selling point than candy corn.
That's why I give it a D.
Fine. I'm like so upset. I want to love you.
You're upset because I'm right.
I'm so upset. Oh man, I'm just not mentally or emotionally prepared.
You're upset because I'm right about this.
Damn. Last up, the Peeps. I would put this shit in F. I'm so sorry.
This is an F. Like, even the honesty can't save him here. This does not look like a pumpkin.
What the fuck is this? What the fuck?
The honesty can't save you here. This is an F.
Damn, the way, what to end on a low motherfucking note. What the fuck is that?
I'm only
a beautiful disaster, Charlotte. That's what that is. That's
they
a
were
beautiful
so
disaster.
lazy. They were so lazy.
What the fuck was that? Oh my god.
Oh god. I think we should give like official S and official F tier ratings, because those are the most interesting.
Oh, I think. Listen, I love our S tier.
I am happy with our S tier. I'm very happy.
Reese's Pumpkins A tier. The Peeps Ghost solid. Candy corn beautiful. I respect that it's an A tier because it's so highly contested. Then we have B for bats. We got B for bats. I love that. I love that we did that on accident.
By accident.
Shit. And then we have the Kit Kat pumpkin pie flavor, which is probably not that good because also it's white chocolate. Ugh. Twix, Ghost, solid C. D tier, we have Skittle Zombie, the Haribo, and then Trolley. Julie says it should be in the C tier.
It would be a C tier if they had marketed it as Vampire Fangs.
No,
they
if it was marketed as a
D.
Vampire Fangs, it would be in B tier. No contest. Because the playability, no. I think...
Like, I feel like they really missed the mark there, and they should be punished for that. So D tier.
Dang. I think... Okay.
Like, that's not... Like, Julie, that's not helping that they already look like vampire teeth. They already had it. They had it in the design. And they specifically chose to market it as candy corn.
They fumbled the bag by...
They fumbled the bag, and they are punished for it.
Damn. No love from Momo. In E tier, we have the Witch's Brew Kit Kat, which is marshmallow, green, white chocolate. And then the Sour Patch Kids with only... Not including the green one. Not including green Sour Patch Kids, with grape being their number... Fuck that shit, I hate grape. And then F.
Yeah.
Candy corn pumpkins. and those kids fucking... Moral of the story, if you can't do pumpkins right, don't do them at all.
Don't do them at all.
Don't do them at all.
Like, the ghosts were like, they were derpy and like cute, so they got an S. They got like an A tier.
Yeah.
But the pumpkins, I could not excuse that.
Like, no. Charlotte, they can be S tier in your heart, and we will accept that.
Yes.
Thank you for our weekly game. Thank you for joining us. It's not really a game, but our weekly fun moment.
Yeah.
A little enjoyable moment. Next up on the list is actually we're going to talk about the Hawkeye trailer. So if no one's seen it, like myself, we're going to watch it now.
Years.
I love you guys. I'm making up for some lost time.
Authorities are wondering if the masked vigilante who terrorized the city's underworld is back.
The past has caught up with me.
Should we be worried?
No, it's nothing. I'll be home for Christmas. I promise.
Oh, is this coming out during Christmas?
It is. It is.
When I wore this suit,
Did they switch the
I made a whole
actress
lot of
for the
enemies.
daughter again?
I think so. I think this is the third one.
The third
You're
time.
Hawkeye.
Who the hell are you?
Some people have actually called me.
Oh my god!
Are you one of those people?
It's the most wonderful.
Hey, babe, I should be back in a day or two. Hang on
Oh,
a
so
second.
this isn't his daughter that's taking the mantle.
No.
Things have gotten more complicated.
Like, I feel like he's gonna die at the end of this.
He's gonna die at Christmas?
I think so.
Is this a musical? Oh my god, Jeremy Renner.
It's a musical. It's a musical.
This is too dangerous. Definitely not this one.
You don't have to say definitely like that. Holy sh**. There are arrows more dangerous than that one?
Oh, it's just some Christmas.
Okay. 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 Alright. That was the trailer.
I like it. I like the idea of it being a Christmas theme, because I love Christmas. Christmas is my thing. Hiho's is Halloween.
Yes. I think one of the things that it's interesting is that it's trying to get us to care about Hawkeye by going through the dopey, pathetic white man trope, you know? The like, kind of like the, you know, oh, he's just like the Nick Miller. They're trying to Nick Miller Hawkeye.
I don't think they're going that far to Nick Miller Hawkeye.
But, you know, like that type of trope where they're just like, aw, like.
I disagree. I feel like they're trying to make us like him by throwing in things that like are already super marketable, like Christmas.
Yeah.
And like father-daughter relationships are
Even though
very
that's not
super
his daughter.
And it's not even his daughter, but like you know, like found family type things, like a fake father-daughter
fair.
relationship is just very marketable. Like if you look back to Wolverine, or no, just Logan, just kidding, the movie Logan,
That should
how
make me cry.
that relationship was so cute.
Yeah, I think it's because like that one visual of him running like this, like all hunched up in poor form. I feel like I don't know. I think it's just one of those things where they're trying to find a personality to stick to get us to care about Hawkeye in the MCU.
I mean, like he's gonna have his own. This is quote unquote his show.
Yeah.
So this is really the first time he's going to have a personality, like a concrete personality.
Yeah.
There is no way they could mess this up. Like they already don't have anything to work with. They can invent a whole personality for this person. And we'll just have to accept it because there's nothing else. And we're not going to see any more of him after this, probably.
I think the other thing that I have to say is that when I watched this, my gut reaction was, Natasha died for this?
Yeah.
Natasha died for this man.
I mean, like, I'm happy we're getting a Christmas special.
I think your love for the Christmas special might be giving Hawkeye, and I think that was part of the plot.
That was part of it. They're doing everything possible to make people want to watch the show. I love Christmas. I do love archers. I've always wanted to learn archery. And they're going to have a musical episode, probably. Oh my god, you've sold me. You've sold me.
How would it make you feel if I told you I know how to do archery?
That'd be so cool. I'd want you to teach me.
I'm like pretty good at it. I don't think I can teach. I don't know if I have.
Yeah.
There's certain things that I'd be good at teaching, and then some things I know I'm bad at, and sometimes physical things I'm bad at because I'm like, you have to feel it, and I'm like, people have no idea what you're supposed to feel. Me saying feel it out does nothing for the learner, but I think it's like one of those things where like I see what they're doing, and I think it's because it's Jeremy Renner. If it was literally anyone else, I'd be like, yeah. And I think it's because it's Jeremy Renner, and I'm like, I guess I'll watch it.
I mean, I'm gonna watch the show because I love a good Christmas special. I
also truly Jeremy Renner has a song out, and I think it's just one of those things where I'm like, is this gonna give him his music career back? Like, I didn't want it to like come out with this.
If we get a musical episode out of this, I'm gonna lose my mind because we have Steve Rogers the musical, which in the world should be a dumpster on fire. Because it's a real life person you're making a movie, a TV musical, an actual musical about. And we saw how that happened with Hamilton. This should be an on fire dumpster.
The fact is, honestly,
but I'm so excited.
That might be my favorite plot line in it.
There's just a Steve Rogers musical for whatever reason. They are throwing everything into this show to make people want to watch it.
The reason why this plotline, because to me it's so funny because Steve's old, near death, right? And he's like, another one.
Like, there's no way people don't know that he's alive though.
I know,
so he's for sure gonna see this musical.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just loving that this man. Also, a Starfire musical would be pretty dope, but it'd be really funny because she'd be speaking in her Roni and Zapgar shit. But the concept of Steve being like, the way my career started as me doing musicals to do Morale, and the way his legacy is ending, it's a musical about him. The concept of that, of just thinking about Steve being like, what the fuck? What is people's obsession with me being a musical?
I'm obsessed with the fact that they're having a Steve Rogers musical in the Hawkeye show.
The way I am headcanoning him texting Bucky, he'd be like, do I look like a musical guy? Like, you've known me the longest. You've been through it. Like, do I look like a musical guy? He's like, dude, there are so many off-Broadways of you that you didn't see when you were Frozen. Like, love this. That sold me. That one episode is what's gonna keep me going.
Like, I love this.
And they're not gonna talk about it enough. And I'm gonna be so upset about it. Speaking of Marvel, Starfire is played by a black woman currently in Titans, the DC,
Correct.
the HBO. Dune director Denis Villeneuve.
I think it's Villeneuve. I think so. I might have just been reading it quickly.
Shout on Marvel. Which,
if I'm being honest, I read what he said and he didn't say anything untrue.
True.
Like, I think he did criticize it for being like a little bit too copy paste, which if you actually look at the content, he's not wrong, because it does have a formula, and he does say like, yeah, they have a formula, but that doesn't make them bad movies. It just means they have a formula, and he wishes that they would step outside of the formula every once in a while. Which is also the same critiques that fans have, but fans just didn't really like that he said that publicly.
I think it's also one of those times where like you can't, because he directed Dune and Blade Runner, which I'm like, these are critically acclaimed. I'm not watching Dune. I refuse to watch Dune. I think I made it to the third book, and then one of the characters made the dumbest decision I have ever read in my life, and I was like, I can't suffer through this anymore. I can't do it. So
Dune is like this super Dune. Dune
yeah
is one of these like staple sci-fi series that
Mm-hmm.
I think you either have read it or haven't read it.
Yeah. It's just it's fine. It's our friend the Wood Mother said it best. It's great at world building. The plot
The story is just it's something.
it's there.
It's something. It's something.
Kind of there. It's just it's
But
really,
the world building is great.
the world building is next level. So like it's just like one of those things where I'm like I think it's like if you put out a different movie and then said it, I would have been more okay with it. Like it's like Martin Scorsese where I'm like, Martin, how many of your movies have the same vibe? Like but like it's fair to critique. But it's also one of those things where I'm like we are in this new age of all these things getting adaptations.
Mhm.
And so part of me is like, as long as Marvel's profitable and DC's profitable, we're going to get all these other things taken to new media, which I'm kind of excited for. I think it's just funny that he said this after he directed motherfucking Dune. After
Like
directing,
apparently it's a really good movie. I wouldn't know. I'm not gonna see
I'm
it.
not going to watch it. I just don't care enough.
But he didn't say anything that was untrue.
Yeah.
Especially since people have been pointing out recently that the Doctor Strange movie is like very similar to like like what Iron Man is like
Iron Man probably.
Iron
Well,
Man
that's because
one
they're
or two.
also
Like it was a
similar.
specific Iron Man movie,
It's probably the
but
first
that's
one.
because the characters are very very similar.
Yeah, they're the same.
I don't know why they decided to make it essentially the same movie because that was a bad move considering how similar the characters are. Like
I think
if you
Doctor
really just
Strange
want to
was
boil
a
it down,
fumble on a lot of
Doctor
ways.
Strange is just if Tony Stark had magic, and that's really it.
Yeah, Doctor Strange the movie. That was where I was like, this is a fumble. This is just a fumble, and we can accept that. But speaking on adaptations, this brings us to our last topic of the night. Well, our second to last topic of the night. My bad. Twisted Metal. Speaking of adaptations, it's announced that Anthony Mackie will be playing John Doe in the Twisted Metal live action TV series, half-hour TV series. So they're taking this video game. It first released in 1995. I think most famously it had a 2000 release. The most recent game it had was 2012. And Momo, I assume you haven't played this game before?
Oh, absolutely not. I have never owned a PlayStation.
I also never owned it. I was an Xbox kid, but this is being done by PlayStation Programming and Sony Studios. It's been in the works since 2019. But the way it works is that it is how do I describe it? I wrote it down. John Doe, he's playing Anthony Mackie specifically. He's playing John Doe, a milkman who dreams of community, and the way he's going to get that is trying to survive a demolition derby.
Do you say milkman?
Milkman. That's a milk truck on the cover that we're looking at. He's a milkman.
Okay.
And his greatest dream is to have a community. And the way they're like bribing him, or he's like, you can get this if you compete in this demolition derby that's to the death. To the death.
I mean, I can't imagine they won't change this premise for the show because
I don't think so because you win the derby and then your wish is granted, but it's genie style. So they're like, careful what you wish for because we're gonna screw it up and make it worse. So it's like this action-packed demolition derby thing. Like they can't. I don't think they can remove the murder part because that's like a big.
Oh no, I mean
game.
like probably changing that he's a milkman.
I like how you really don't want him to be a milkman.
That just sounded bizarre to me. I'm just like, a milkman of all things? Like he couldn't just be like an ice cream truck driver? That would make more sense to me. But like the milkman is just throwing me off because I'm like, what year is this supposed to be? Like what? Is it like 1920?
That's where the suspension of disbelief ends. Not the
Yeah. That's
derby
where it ends for me because I'm very confused. Like a milkman of all things. Like the ice cream truck, I would have completely been sold on. Would have understood. That would have made perfect sense to me. But the milkman part just really it lost me.
I don't know what to say. I accepted the milk. I thought it was funny. was like, oh.
That's why I really thought I misheard you, because I'm like, there's no way they just had him a milkman.
I love how this is the point where you're like, this is where I draw the line. We've had several video games with milkmen in it recently, I think.
Why? Why are we bringing that back? First of all, the way people have like campaigned against milk is just like, why are you having so many like milk related main characters? Why?
I don't know.
I'm just confused.
I think it's supposed to like harp on the American dream, you know, when people think of like back in the 50s, like that type of shit.
Then why wouldn't you just do a way more marketable ice cream truck?
I think it's really, I don't have the answers for you.
There's like no reason for him to be a milkman. Like that's not even a very marketable thing.
It came out in 2000. I don't know what to tell you. Maybe
that was like at the height of the like got milk campaign, so that makes sense.
Yeah, you know, listen, in recent milk propaganda,
this is just the milk propaganda coming back.
We do have Fergie's MILF money, which was milk propaganda.
No idea what you're talking about.
We're going back to the watch party tab. Guys, strap in. Everyone strap the fuck in, because I have no regrets of submitting this to Momo.
Are you sure we can play this and monetize this content before you even do this?
Damn it. Well,
I don't think you can.
Damn.
I do not think you can.
But look at it. Look at her.
Yeah.
She's got
I guess.
MILF money. She's got the MILF money.
I see. But you cannot play that video and monetize this content.
Fine. I'm going to send it to you later. We're going to watch it later. I'm going to make you watch it. I just don't know why you're stuck on the milk part.
I don't see the why a milkman of all things.
It's just the weirdest detail when I'm like, they have a demolition derby where if you kill
that makes sense. It's a violent video game. I get that part, but like, why the milkman and not an ice cream man?
He's a milkman. Maybe because no one will miss the milkman. Oh, it's because kids love the ice cream man. You probably have community with ice cream man. It makes sense.
Yeah. So that would make sense for him to be an ice cream man.
No, it would make less sense because his dream is to have community. He's all alone. No one wants him. So he's the milkman, not the ice cream man.
Okay. All right.
Anyway.
Oh, I'll let it go, but it doesn't make sense to me.
Anyway, Anthony Mackie. Good for him. It's really interesting because I think it's a cross between his like his Captain America and his like Black Mirror episode, you know?
Yeah.
Like he's branching out. Good for him. This is just breaking news that came out the other day. So interesting that this was I'm gonna think about this milkman thing before. I love how I'm just gonna send you milkman content every time I see it now to be like, look, Momo, it's back into the cultural zeitgeist.
Okay.
Get on board. Get on board with the milk. Got milk? Got that MILF money?
Guess so. What is our last topic? I forgot.
Our last topic is Netflix doing worldwide premieres of the 2 new anime. So they're coming out really soon. We have Blue Period and Komi Can't Communicate, which are both slice of life school animes.
Oh, and I love me slice of life animes. I love them. Do you know
the plots of these 2?
I do not.
So Blue Period follows oh my gosh, it's Yatora Yaguchi. One of the names is Yaguchi.
Yep. Okay.
Yatora Yaguchi. He is a student who's like really good at everything, doesn't have a lot of passion, and then he starts doing art, and he finds a passion for art, and he joins like the art club, and he's trying to like build his art portfolio so he can go into an art university. So it's like following him going through his like painting journey. And then Komi Can't Communicate is going to be probably the funnier one of the 2. Apparently it's like a cult classic. And
Okay.
it follows Komi, who is silent, and people regard her as like this stoic, ethereal beauty, and like she's super popular, but no one's like friends with her. And this average Joe motherfucker who sits next to her in class is the only person who realizes, like, yeah, the reason you think she's stoic is because she can't communicate. She doesn't know how to talk. She can't talk. And so it's them, like him bonding with her and helping her and falling in love with her, while helping her like get to the point where she can communicate with everyone on her goal to make 100 friends.
Oh, that's cute.
Mm-hmm. And so this is Netflix's first. Well, they're doing worldwide weekly releases, which I think is their first time, which is pretty cool. And I like that it's anime that's getting it. I think it's really interesting to watch how anime in the United States is getting closer and closer to that mainstream, like, status of just being animation, like just being regarded similar to animation, which is really cool because, like, you know, when we were kids, we got called fucking nerds. They're like, you're some motherfucking weirdos. You've reading that what they say, how to pronounce that manga.
I mean, I didn't get bullied for liking anime because I just was just like, okay, I like this thing.
No,
but I'm sure other people did.
Yeah, but like, I don't know, the way people are just like, that's weird. And now I'm like, yeah, guys, it's fucking fire. You're welcome. We paved the way. We walked so you could run. We went into the borders, and I just remember, maybe it's because at my school, I'm reminiscent, guys. There were kids who wore tails and cat ears to class, and I was like, y'all are making it so hard for me to enjoy things in public.
Like, I don't know, I always liked anime because my dad like made me like it. So like it was just something I enjoyed to watch, and it wasn't like something I made like I built my personality around. Like, it just never was for me. I was just like, oh, I like this thing, but I much preferred like other shows like Totally Spies, Codename Six Doors. I preferred those two animes, so maybe that's why like I didn't get bullied for it, because I just liked it. I wasn't like super obsessed with it.
You just named two different. Was it Totally Spies was French Canadian anime?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I just liked other animations. Like, I liked animation as a whole.
Yeah.
Like, not just anime. Like, I didn't hyperfixate it on it.
It was just like one of those things where, like, especially because I was an art student, so obviously my drawing was influenced by it. It was just like one of those things where, like, we had kids Naruto running down the hallways, and I was just like, y'all are making this so... Y'all are making this so
like,
hard.
I was
for me.
friends with the people that made it their whole personality. And like, that's why when I was little, like, I would draw anime characters because I learned to draw from my friends that loved anime. But it wasn't like a big part of me as a kid.
My first like drawing that my dad really was like, this is really good, was a drawing of Mojo Jojo.
That's nice.
It's because I had a Powerpuff Girls calendar, and I didn't trace it. I just like studied it and recreated it. And my dad was like, "You didn't trace?" I was like, "No." He's like, "Look at you go." And I was like, "Oh, cool. Thanks, Dad." So there's a nice childhood memory of mine. But yeah, it is wild. It was just one of those wild times. And also, part of me is like, why did that bitch wear a tail to class? Like, it's just like one of those things where it's like, I kept that shit. There was some shit I was like, I'm gonna take this to the grave. I don't want to be associated with that tail bitch. To high school, to class.
I mean, I didn't talk to the kids that wore tails, but because I was just like, this is a bit much for me.
Her pants so she can have the tail out.
I didn't understand the tail thing.
I didn't either. I was just like, homie, what? But we've moved past that, and now people recognize that it's not just tail people. Everyone can enjoy anime.
I love that.
For us. Love that for us, because that means we get new niches. I'm excited that we kind of don't have big threes anymore, so that everyone can thrive.
I'm interested, chat. Like, what is your favorite anime, or at least your first anime that you've watched? What was yours, Hiho? Naruto?
probably or Boba Bobo Boba Bo,
Okay.
which is so funny.
Well,
So
what was
fun.
mine? Mine was Bamboo Blade.
Wait,
Bamboo Blade. Yeah, Bamboo Blade. It was a it was an anime about kendo. So like my first anime was a sports anime.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Wait, does Puka count as an anime?
Puka is Korean, so probably not.
Okay, because if I had to think about it, Puka was. I fucking love that shit. That shit was my jam. I think that explains a lot about me, actually, about how much I love Puka.
First big one was
Note.
Death Note. Current fave is Violet Garden, Evergarden. Ooh.
Well, that's a good one. Yeah, I think so. The animes that I watch now, I love slice of life isekai specifically. Like, I'm in a new world. All I want to do is fucking farm. Love that shit. I just love that they're like, here's slice of life, but in a fantasy setting, and I'm like, this is good.
If you like a farming anime, this is my way to plug my favorite anime of all time. I would try Gin no Saji, which is it's Silver Spoon. I don't think it's on Netflix anymore. It could be, I'm not sure, but it is the only. No, it's not the only one. It's my favorite anime. It is one of the very few agricultural themed animes. You should watch it if you haven't. It's so good.
Yeah.
It's slice of life in high school. If you don't like high school, I'm sorry, but it's such a good one.
Yeah, and then who would win in a fight?
A shark wearing a jetpack or a beaver with a chainsaw.
Beaver with a chainsaw.
Shark wearing a jetpack.
The fuck?
Because beaver with a chainsaw. I don't think that chainsaw would work underwater. So as soon as you take the chainsaw underwater, it's done for.
A jetpack. What the fuck you mean?
Because it would make it faster. Because some jetpacks work underwater.
Yeah, but it's still a chainsaw. You're telling me they can't make an underwater chainsaw? They would just create
probably
a dam.
not.
Listen,
It says a chainsaw, not an underwater chainsaw. So a regular chainsaw that's not working underwater.
All
I'm saying a shark. Who has the advantage underwater? The shark, obviously. Let's see. The shark only if it were at a Starbucks eating Cheetos off a fake beard. Unless the beaver had smoked weed on Tuesday, the shark would get wrecked because the beaver was stoned.
Listen, all I'm saying.
I feel like there's a lot of extra stuff added.
Yeah.
Added into it.
Is that all I am saying is that beavers have air-conditioned dams, so I trust them. I believe that they would work with the environment, and it'll be all good. That's what I believe. That's truly what I believe. Oh my gosh.
I mean, I think the shark would win, but it's to each their own. Teach their own.
We've learned our we've lived, we've laughed, we loved. And that's all that matters. But yeah, that's all we have today.
If you're just joining us, I'm sorry, you just joined at the end of the stream. But we will be back here again next week, Thursday and Saturday. So you can see more of us. And you can also rewatch the stream later.
Yeah. And then you can see me passionately fight for candy.
And see me very confused as to why the main character of a video game would be a milkman.
Yeah. I'm really confused as to why you don't believe in them.
I don't think so.
That's fine. I'm gonna ponder on this.
All right.
Bye,
All right. Thank you everyone for joining us today. Catch us on Blerd Roundtable on TikTok. And you know what? Join us back again next week, Thursday and Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern.
Next Thursday. Maybe Momo will win a game.
Maybe.
I believe in you.
Probably not, but maybe.
Momo, you're playing for charity. You should say I will.
I mean, I don't want to lie. I could. There's a possibility I could win.
Okay. Well,
okay.
we tried it.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye,
See you next
everyone.
week.